Samsung's first trifold smartphone may be arriving soon. According to recent leaks, the device possibly named the Samsung Galaxy Z Trifold is expected to launch sometime in October. Now, there's also a strong indication of which chipset it might use. In a new internal beta build of One UI 8, Samsung's custom interface based on Android Authority discovered a code string that reads COP Q7MQ SM8750. While it may seem cryptic, Q7MQ is believed to be a codename previously associated with the Galaxy Z Trifold. Meanwhile, SM8750 refers to the Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset model number. Taken together, this suggests that the Galaxy Z Trifold will likely be powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite. According to leaker Ice Universe, both expected trifold devices for 2025 are on track for early fall releases, via Xiaomi Guru. The key takeaway is that Samsung is aiming for an October launch for its first trifolding phone, which could be named the Galaxy Z Trifold, based on a trademark registered in Korea. This timeline matches earlier leaks from last month, though those reports also hinted at an unpacked preview in July and an August release for Samsung's other foldables details that ultimately didn't materialize. Still, October appears to be the likely timeframe for Samsung's first multifold phone, a term the company used back in January. This year, the trifold may follow a similar path, with ongoing reports suggesting a limited regional release for the Galaxy Z Trifold. An October debut seems well suited. However, Samsung may not be the first to the finish line. Huawei, which released the Mate X last fall, appears set to launch its next-generation trifold in September. While the Mate X remains more of a niche product due to its China-only availability, it was still a notable technological showcase. Ice Universe indicates the follow-up will arrive a month before Samsung's model, possibly giving Huawei a head start. Samsung's G-shaped design could offer better usability and protection compared to Huawei's map-like layout, but it likely still stings for the Korean brand to be second in such a competitive segment. Thanks to new animations found in the latest One UI 8 build, we now have a clear idea of what the upcoming Galaxy G Fold might look like ahead of its official launch. These animations are meant to show the NFC location on the device, but what's more intriguing is the overall design. From what we can see, Samsung's trifold concept will likely feature 3 distinct rear panels. The panel on the far left is expected to house the triple rear camera system, placed on a camera island similar to what we've seen in recent Galaxy Z Fold models. The center panel seems to include the cover screen, along with a visible front-facing camera, intended for use when the phone is folded. The panel on the far right appears to lack bezels, suggesting it's likely a plain section rather than an additional display. One area where the Galaxy G Fold is set to differ from Huawei's Mate X-T is in its hinge mechanism. Samsung's design likely uses 2 inward folding hinges, forming a G shape when folded, similar to the Flex G prototypes we've seen from Samsung Display. On the other hand, Huawei's design uses one hinge that folds inward and another that folds outward, creating what's often referred to as an S-shaped fold. In the animation, Samsung's device clearly shows both hinges folding inward, further supporting the idea that the rightmost panel or leftmost when folded is simply a rear section with no display functionality. Looking more closely, the 2 hinges differ in size. This seems intentional, as using hinges of equal size could prevent the device from folding flat without putting pressure on the display. By contrast, this layout allows the blank rear panel to sit neatly between the folds. There's also a caution animation that warns users not to initiate the fold from the side with the rear cameras. This may be because the hinge on that end is smaller and folding it in first could place stress on the components, preventing the rear panel from folding smoothly over the camera section. The unfolding animation gives us a glimpse of the device's frame, where the middle section is recessed, likely to make space for the volume and side buttons. Interestingly, the animations do not refer to the device as the Galaxy G Fold. Instead, it's labeled as Multifold 7, which may be a working code name rather than the final product name. One final note, it wouldn't be accurate to call this a triple-screen foldable, since there are only 2 actual displays. Technically, calling it a trifold is also misleading, as it has 2 hinges, not 3. Still, the term trifold has become commonly used in the industry. Multifold would be a more appropriate name, so it would be good to see Samsung adopt this terminology in the future. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. If you enjoyed what you saw, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Peace out.